Hello everyone, I just wanted to give a quick deck profile on the croc list that I was playing last night at our local first anniversary event out here in the Denver, Colorado area. We had a total of like 37 or 38 players, whatever it was. Should have been 6 rounds, but we only had 5 just due to time constraints with the store having to close on time. So the homie Kyle and I decided to split first place. We're just going to sell this and split the profits pretty much. He was playing cat. I was on croc. Um, so yeah, pretty good event. Matchups, I played against one Rosinante, 2 purple Luffys, and 2 Sakazukis. Yeah, going into the event, I wasn't. I was playing Sakazuki. I've been playing much Sakazuki since pretty much the start of set 5. I played this all of set 4. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to break from Sokka. He's cool. He does his thing, obviously. But I just kind of wanted to see. I just wanted to see what this was like in set 5. I'd seen a couple lists floating around online. I liked what I saw. Tinkered with a couple ratios, took out some cards, added some cards, and I landed on this. Um, and yeah, he's. I think he's still pretty solid. He's still a pretty solid choice. Tempo is still his mainstay. And yeah, for his ability, it's activate main once per turn. Dawn -4. Bounce a 5 or less to the owner's hand. So yeah, still a solid effect. Able to get rid of blockers, threats, whatever you need. So yeah, let's just get right into the list. First up, we are going to start with 2K. So I got 4 Kayas, and then I have 4 Sasaki and 4 Mihawk. There is a new 2K from set 5. It is the Monkey D Garp. He is pretty much another Kaya, except he is a 3 cost, and he reads as draw 2, bottom deck 2. While that's Kaya is a 1 cost that reads draw 2, discard 2. I still prefer Kaya. I think if you want to be optimal, you could cut Sasaki and play Monkey D Garp. And yeah, that might be a better. Just to be more optimal, I guess. I don't know if you really need to shuffle your hand and draw the same amount and do all that. The deck's a lot more consistent, which we'll get into kind of like the consistency part next. Yeah, and then for Mihawk, it just looks cool. So yeah, so that's 12 2Ks. It's a good number. I like them. We'll get into the blockers, which I also play 12 of. We got 4 Dofi, 4 X-Drake, and 4 Miss All Sundays. Yeah, these are pretty much 8 of the same card. But I do think X-Drake is a lot better. Just his stat line is really just what kind of overperformed for me. Him being a 6K. I mean, you can against Pluffy, you can block an attack, keep him alive. If you know a Kaido is coming out, you can pretty much swing with it that turn. Yeah, 6K is a relevant number. So X-Drake was really good. On obviously looking at top 5 rearranging to figure out what your next 3-4 turns are going to look like is also really good too. So yeah, these are both very solid still. Miss All Sunday, yeah, not much to say about her. She's still doing her thing. Red Rock, 3000 Worlds. I'm playing the 0 cost event also, so you can grab back any of those. I would not play this against Sakazuki really, just with the threat of bottom decking it. Unless, I mean, I played it as bait a couple times just to see if they would get rid of it. But yeah, it's still a great card. Still a really, really good card. So those are my 12 blockers. Next up, we got some threats. So this is kind of where the start of the God curve comes in. So on 5, we got Shrimp Fried Rice himself, Mr. Zeph. Yep, bounces back a 3 or less. This is really for the yellow matchup. I didn't play against any yellow, unfortunately. I would have liked to. I want to see how the Nanelle matchup goes. I got to test that more. I'm pretty confident in how the cat matchup goes. If I can draw what I need, then I should be able to secure that. So, yeah. Zeph's good. Zeph is still good. He was really just a 1K counter for most of the event. I played him against Rosinante and bounced back like a little blocker. So he's cool there. He's not bad. Next for the 7. So we got 2 Sogeking, 4 Borsellino. So I was expecting a bit more Sakazuki. And yeah, I'd say Sakazuki and Purple Luffy were probably about the same amount there being played. This is really good into Sokka. This is really good into Pluffy. This hits so many things against Purple Luffy. This is a little constricted against Purple Luffy. Really can only get like 4 cost law. That's about it, blocker law. But you're playing around that. You should be playing around that card I mean, 90% of the game anyways. You're preserving life naturally, so you're not going to be having a fat hand. Um, so yeah, they're really not really playing that card too often against you. Soga King is fantastic into Purple Luffy. Not too bad also into Sakazuki. I would prefer to just bottom deck threats, get rid of Rebecca's, get rid of Lucci's, um, Kuzan, Borsellino, the Black Borsellino. So yeah, this was really good into Sokka. Yeah, I guess depending on the local meta, you can do 3-3. I like 4-2. I think I'm gonna probably keep rocking with 4-2 for now, unless Luffy just decides to get like way more popular. Next up, we got 4 of the 9 cost Mihawk. Look at that cool little alt art. Yep, picked that up last night. Very cool. Yeah, this card is fantastic still. I mean, it's great into Luffy. It's just. I mean, it hits so many threats. I can't even name them all. So, still a great body. 9K power is still really, really good. Yeah, him being also a 9 cost is really relevant against Sokka. Relevant against Sokka. Excuse me. They got to have multiple cards to be able to out him. So, yeah, Mihawk, big fan. Big fan of that card. Next up, for the 10s, I got 1 of the Bounce Kaido, 3 of the Draw 4 Kaido. The Bounce Kaido only came up once against the Rosinante. I bounced back an 8-drop Kid, and then like a little blocker. And Kaido did, the Draw 4 Kaido did way, 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 way more work. I had a Sokka matchup, like round 2 or 3. He played 2 of these. I also played 2 of these that game. But I was just kind of able to get there at the end. I countered out of a 15k attack, 16k attack because I still had like 10 cards in hand, and he was just kind of forced to try to kill me. Otherwise, he was dead on board just because I had like a Mihawk and one of these still left, and he had one of these and like leader. So yeah, I was able to counter out at like 15, 16k just because I had so many 2ks. Yeah, it was this card's very, very, very good. I could even see a argument for possibly playing 4, but yeah, this is still really good in a pinch. There's matchups where you draw this on time, you just straight up win the game. I mean, there's no coming back from that card. That card is just huge tempo. So I think I'll stick with 3-1 for now. I like it. Does me well. And then for the events, we got 1 Gungam Rain. Yeah, not much to say about this. Just you can grab it back with Miss All Sunday, like I had mentioned before. Discard 1 plus 3k, just a kind of a solid card. We play enough no count like cards without any counters, so it seems necessary. We got 4 3000 Worlds and then 4 Red Rocks to round out the events. These are great against purple. God, these are just so good. I mean, you hit Queens, you hit Blocker Kids, you hit Magellans, you hit Vanillas. Yeah, this card is fantastic into Pluffy. And then this is really good into everything else that you need it to be good into. Yellow, it's fantastic into. Yeah, you can. I mean, trading a life with an Enel doesn't seem the worst. So, and then you know, if you have another big body on board, you can just swing into it to like secure the kill or whatever you need to do. Obviously, too against Sokka when they tap 10 to play a Kaido. Yeah, they're drawing 4 and they're probably recurring some hand, but that body's not sticking. That's got to go. So, yeah, Red Rock is fantastic. Even the triggers too. This bottom's a 4 or less, this bottom's a 3 or less, so those can come in handy. People do forget about the triggers. I didn't sack anyone with it, so I'm not that lucky. I'm not a yellow player naturally, so not that lucky with my triggers. Yeah, that pretty much does it for the list. I don't really make these videos ever. I've never really done this before, so thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you got any questions, or I don't know if you want to talk theory, or I don't know, whatever. Thanks for watching. Do whatever you want. Leave a like, comment. I don't know. Do whatever. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.